Hi everyone, this is a funny stories about my adventure in change management. So welcome to my tragedy comedy that prove one thing. Change happen and sometimes it is harder than my semester deadlines. Okay, so everything started when my lecturers announced. Next week, we will use a new online platform for our assignment. And then my soul like, no way, I can't change, I can't adapt to it. But my face, alright sir. And my brain, sir, I just learned how to use the old one. Why is this change right now? And here I officially entered the first stage of change management. Adaptability, the ability that to adjust when like forces to move forward. In the scene, I clearly had a zero adaptability. I don't know everything and I couldn't even adopt at the new password rules. But every hero's journey start with chaos. Okay, so I panic and I immediately contact my friends. Let me see and let me call my friends first. Guys, do you know how do I submit the assignment? And then my friend answer, just click and upload. But me asking again, where? I don't know where. And then one of my friend just said, are you blind? And I respond, no, I see nothing. And then after I call my friends and after 20 minutes of arguing, we discover one more important fact. I was using the wrong platform. Now, the new one, not the old one. A completely a random website. That's so silly. And this scene taught me about communications, where miscommunications can lead to disasters and drama and three people screaming at each other at 8 p.m. Wow, so crazy. And communication in change management means sending the right message to the right people through the right channel and not through panic and assumption like I did. And next crisis, online group meeting. Our leader scheduled a meeting at 7 p.m. on Doodle Meet at 7 p.m. sharp. And the first friend's mic is not working. And the second friend's, the camera is frozen, like ice. And the third friend's, the Wi-Fi is, I don't know, maybe in another dimensions. Meanwhile, I was just pretending to be wise. Like, guys, adaptability is the key how the surviving changes. Otherwise, I also didn't understand how the system works. But that's the point. Adaptability means trying your best to adjust when everything around you is just falling apart, including your friend's Wi-Fi. And on the episode 4, talking about motivations that go wrong and I keeping myself moving. Later, I realized that I need motivations like in a drama, Korea or others. And then I also feel like I stood in the front of the mirror and said, you can do this. You are strong. And you are powerful. But my reflection, then why I do just scrolling TikTok like 24 hours and do nothing? And then instead of studying, that's also totally my fault at all. And that's when I learned that motivations keep you moving during change, but it has to be followed factors such as like, let me think. I forget. Oh, it's because I scrolling TikTok like 24 hours and don't study. Sorry. Okay, let me just think again. Oh, it means that motivations keep you to moving during change, but it also followed by actions. But otherwise, it's just a pep talk between me and my reflection. So I just talking to myself through the scenes. But it's okay lah. Okay, next. The turning point happened when my lecturer said, "You can all adapt to these changes. I believe you." Okay, you can believe to everyone except me, I guess, because I don't know everything. But for some reason, that one sentence activated my main character energy. And suddenly, I felt improved, which is, in the change management, means giving people the confidence, tools, and support to face change. And I watch the tutorials, I explore every button on the platform, and eventually I became the expert ID. And in my friends group, and my friend said, "How do I submit?" And then I said, "Let me empower you. Just click upload." And that's how empowerment transformed me from the last one to the helpful one. Okay, fast forward. I can now use and show how the platform perfectly. Submit earlier, help others, and no longer panic every time the lecturer said we will change the system. And on the final stage, that is transformations, the successful and sustainable result of all the chains of efforts. Transformations means I didn't just learn the system, but I became more who embraced change instead of running from it. And change development unlocked so the student version can be upgraded. And now, just to add flair to the video, here is like some sort of dangdut closing. Okay, I would say I will sound right now. Dulu hidup tenang, pakai sistem yang lama. Tiba-tiba dosen bilang, "Kita ayo ganti semuanya." Hatiku pun ikut goyang. Goyang adaptasi, belajar login lagi, biar ku pusing sendiri. Goyang-goyang komunikasi, tanya teman kiri kanan. Tapi semua salah di aku. Ku tanya temanku upload di mana. Dia bilang gampang aja aku. Tinggal buka situs apa itu. Ternyata salah platform yang bikin satu grup marah. Sungguh ku tersadar pentingnya komunikasi yang cerah. Goyang aku jadi goyang motivasi depan kaca aku, bilang aku kuat. Hari ini goyang, goyang-goyang dan semangat lagi. Walau refleksi mundur, tugas tetap ku jalani. ladies and gentlemen. That was my funny story about my adventures in change management. A journey of panic, confusion, empowerment, and transformations. If I can adapt, trust me, everyone can. So, that's all from me. Thank you.